Your personal narrative is your chance to talk and speak directly to the judge. I'm going to start the exercise usually in written format, and when I usually start to write a serious note, article, it usually takes me 3 to 4 drafts until I feel it's ready. I then ask colleagues or friends of mine to reread it, proofread it, to make sure that it's ready, and then off it goes. Length is up to you, but I feel approximately 2,000 words, more or less, should be sufficient. And then I ask, as this pertains to your life, please take it seriously. Each of these category questions is meant to be thought-provoking. Therefore, this is all good. Be introspective, confer with those close to you, and of course, your attorney. Everything should be from the heart for 2 reasons. First of all, you need to believe it, because if you do this and you don't believe it, really has no value. If the judge believes you and then starts to speak with you and has a conversation and comes to the conclusion that you don't believe it or that someone else wrote this, now you have a bigger problem. And lastly, the probation officer will be the first one to see this. And therefore, it's their job to check and verify. And they do all of this before the judge ever sees it. So if they don't believe it, they'll pass this information off to the judge. When you're drafting your personal narrative, express remorse, understanding for the victim's pain, suffering, and explain why. Agree with the court as to the seriousness of the crime, but don't minimize the seriousness at the same time. Try and look back in your life to what brought you to this and how it got you involved in this particular offense. What has this experience taught you? Did it bring up moments from your past, your childhood? Was there an event, possibly years ago, that made you think of something? Explain to the judge what plan you have for making this right with those who are victimized. Or if you have already started, what have you done? And this is meant to be financially, no matter how small those efforts have been. What is your plan to not reoffend once you are released from prison? If there was a trigger, what was that trigger? And how do you remove that trigger from your life going forward? Last, you want to make the judge feel that you feel financially responsible and you want to make amends. You realize this is not much, but bring with you a certain amount of money, $100, $1,000, that you want to submit to court. And then let the court know that you have the plan or you already have a job for when you get released, when you get home. And that will be when you'll be able to start the financial responsibility program. But as you will have no income in prison, you understand by not participating in the financial responsibility program while you're incarcerated, that could keep you from participating in programs and could be held against you by the Federal Bureau of Prisons regarding being released in a timely fashion. As well as, should you have any questions, feel free to share this with those in need. My email is available as well as phone number. I hope you all have a good day and have found this helpful.